Sagittarius placement. I got a new deck and I was like, Sagittarius, you're going to get the first reading with a new deck. We're not biased here. Partially biased. Alright, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Eight of Wands, such a Sagittarius energy, and here we go. Some of you could be planning holidays, or some of you actually planning to relocate. You could be feeling a boost of energy, a boost to explore, or have the curiosity triggered, meaning you want to go new places, you want to experience new things. Alone. We have the Hermit here. Some of you could be camping outside, going in nature, or planning to go camping, bonfire style. But we have the Hermit here. You could have Virgo in your chart, or yeah, I mean, I have Virgo moon, so maybe I might resonate with this reading. Let's see. Anyway, Sagittarius, this is great energy. This is you enjoying your company, your own company, being in nature, exploring, experiencing new things. And we have 8 of Wands and then 9. So there is synchronicity in your journey. You could be noticing those numbers, or you could be doing step-by-step things that you are finding yourself aligned with. So there could be a sense of peace, or a sense of belonging, or a sense of guidance, I want to say. You have love in your heart. You have peace in your head. And you are inspired. This can be really interesting time for you, Sagittarius. This can be really interesting time for you to do something creative, or maybe you are getting inspired to do something creative. So utilize that, use it. Maximize the outcome, especially if your energy is aligned to bring the best in you. Wow, you have so many good cards coming up, Sagittarius. And it's all about you. There is no one else here. You are in the spirit of curiosity. You are in the spirit of learning, of experiencing. You could be reading new books, or you could be studying new subjects. But I see planning. Planning is being dominant here. I see that you're planning something. Maybe you got inspired by looking at something, or maybe you went on one of those walks, or had like an interesting conversation with someone, or a stranger, or even an animal, and ouch. And be careful, don't hurt yourself while you are on these adventures. But I see inspiration, I see curiosity, I see you wanting to do something that is adventurous, different, curious. And it feels as if it's in solitude. Maybe you have pets that you take with you. Maybe you have a dog that you take with you on these walks. It feels as if like you're alone, as in like no other humans with you. It feels like this type of inspiration is coming to you while you are alone. And it's not the type of times where you go out with your friends or your partner or your family member. It's when you are alone. It's when you have yourself and the voices in your head, or your inner knowing, or your higher self talking to you. Or maybe you are the type of person that is in touch with your spirit guides. You can hear them, you can talk to them. If you are that person, then I see you talking to your spirit guides. Like in the physical, you seem to be alone, but if someone passes you, for example, they could be like, oh, this person is alone. But in reality, you're not. You have nature, animals, spirit on your side, on these journeys, on these adventures. And you're getting inspired by this energy. So make the most of this energy that you have at this time, okay? It's such a childlike energy as well. Nurture that inner child. Do things that make you feel happy, light, fulfilled. Go with the flow. The flow is not just going with the flow when it's hard, it's also going with the flow when it's easy and breezy, you know? Wow. Wow. We have the Lovers and the Death card. Some of you could have had a recent breakup or on the verge of breaking something that was very dominant in your life. And it's a good thing. It might not seem like it now, Sagittarius. It might be one of those situations where you feel, oh my God, this is hard. But I feel like actually, I say you don't know this, but I feel like some of you actually know and feel relieved by something ending in your life. It might even seem that, oh, because something ended, I should feel sad. But you're finding yourself almost relieved, the opposite of struggle, the opposite of suffering, the opposite of grieving. You're finding yourself almost like, I can breathe again. But I see something huge that took a big part of your life is ending or ended. And you are in the phase of wanting to focus on yourself, wanting to focus on enhancing yourself, self-development, self-care, self-love. I don't feel like there are grudges. Meaning, there is a part of you that knows that this ending was meant to be. This ending was about to happen, or this ending was something that was inevitable because you saw it coming, you felt it's coming. It's something that you foreseen it. You saw it coming, okay? You saw it coming. A lot of you will be focusing on career after this ending. A lot of you are going private. A lot of you are also enhancing your spiritual connection with higher dimensions or spirit in general. I see you could be interested in the occult. You could be interested in reading about the paranormal, or reading and maybe even learning about the superstitious stuff. But this is like for your own delight. It feels as if you're doing this for your own entertainment. You know, it's not like you are trying to be someone. It feels as if you're doing this for your own entertainment. Whatever that means. I'm not quite sure what's trying to say there. But it might mean something for someone. You know what, Sagittarius? Because you are in this energy of trying to focus on yourself, trying to self-develop, You are attracting attention. There could be people around you that are curious about your contentment. They see you peaceful. They see you light, happy, floating. They're like, oh, interesting energy, refreshing energy, good vibes kind of energy, right? And this is automatically attracting people to you. Yes. A lot of people think that you are strong, strong-willed, strong-built, perhaps, or even strong because you overcame situations and experiences that could have broken you, that could have broken other people. But you rised as the magician. What happens when you press on rocks for so long? You create diamonds. And this is what came out of you. You are the type of person that excels under pressure, or maybe even under stress. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's not like you have to put yourself in stress in order to develop, but you are the type of person that when you go through hardship, it's almost like it fuels your fire to be even more eager to get what you want. And a lot of people, when they go through struggle, they kind of shrink and go small and hide away. You are the type of person that gets fueled by it, like, oh, okay, you want to challenge me, or oh, okay, you think this is hard and this is going to break me, I'm gonna fucking prove you wrong. And this could be you saying this to another person, or you to the universe saying it in a way to kind of prove yourself. And maybe if it's not proving yourself to others and the universe, maybe you're trying to prove it to yourself. Prove yourself to yourself. You know what? You are a strong person. Like you might have gone through lesson after lesson after lesson, and you kept on getting up again, moving again, falling, getting up, moving, falling, getting up, moving, falling, getting up. And if you have an audience, imagine you are in like a TV show, reality show, whatever, and people see that you kept on falling, but you kept on getting up as well. The strength that I witness here, the strength that is in your energy, is what makes you so uniquely strong. And maybe I say uniquely because you could have experienced different things, even, you know, like even if you're resonating with this on a collective level, each and every one of you have gone through experiences that are even, let's say, slightly different. But each and every one of you have gotten up in your own way and continued on moving on. Keeping on, if that makes sense. You kept on keeping on. You kept on going on. And I feel like there could be people that are watching you, because every time I say this, I have the like someone else or some people. It's not just one person. I see like some people. I wanted to say a lot, but I'm not sure if it's a lot. I would say a group of people that are witnessing this, in you, that you are unbreakable, indestructible, fucking strong person. And from what I see, that Sagittarius, there are things that should have broken you, but you are like, nah, not on my fucking watch. I was not brought to this life to be weak, to be depressed, to be whatever, to be broken. You wanna break me? Watch me put myself together and excel. You know what I mean? Like it's a fuel almost. You might not have realized it was fuel for you, but it is. Because if you look at yourself, let's say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you are not the same person. Maybe you are the person that went through death and rebirth and repeated that many times until you became the person that you are today. And I'm not saying that, you know, from now on your life will be all happiness and rainbows. But I'm saying whatever life throws at you, whatever life or the universe, the creator throws at you, you're like, bring it on. And the stronger you get, the easier it gets for you to tackle or untackle hardships. It's almost like a known practice to you, something that you've become skilled in. That, my dear, is fucking powerful. Okay? I mean, the magician is the type of energy that whatever situation you throw at a magician, the magician has everything he or she needs in order to make something work the way they want. And you possess that. And I'm not saying it's going to be always like this. You will be like the magician, full stop. It means that at this time, the energy currently flowing for this reading, you are the magician. You can make anything work the way you want it to work. You have everything you need to make the things you want in your life manifest. I'm hearing alchemist. You could be one of those that know things about things that you haven't studied. An all-knowing soul. Your soul could be really wise to the point where when you deal with something that is unknown to you, your intuition kicks in and you know exactly what to do. This is what magic looks like. You don't have to know how magic works. You just see it works. Okay? You just see it works. And I see you helping others with that too. It's not just about you. So I see you getting to the point where you will be helping others perhaps that are struggling in their own life. Helping them see the light. Helping them see the way. And I see someone special coming into your life. Maybe sooner than you think. Sooner than you expect, I want to say. And it will be one of those journeys that you take. It will be one of those explorations, one of those adventures that you go on. And you will meet someone that is so similar to you that you will get talking for hours and have things to talk about. And I see you sharing with each other experiences. But also keep in mind, Sagittarius, I also see that there will be people, like you will attract admirers, but you will also attract people or create jealousy within people. Okay. There will be people that will try to bring you down, discredit you, make you feel like you are not actually truthful, or make you doubt yourself. Invalidate, is that the word? Invalidate your feelings, your experiences, your truth, or truths. And in that, like, just be prepared for that. It is part of the journey, because we all know if you're not doing anything with your life, you won't have haters. You won't have people that will try to come against you, because the threat that is almost like summoned in people's soul is from seeing someone doing better than them. I always say, when you have haters in your life, just know that you're doing something right in your life. If you don't have haters in your life, you should be worried. Because haters will love you when you are a failure, and will hate you when you are succeeding in life. Just know this. And I think already some of you already know this, but it's a sweet reminder. Keep that in mind, okay? And the more you succeed, the more you elevate, the more you upgrade, you will notice an increase in those haters. But also, remember, you will also increase those admirers. The scale is balanced. You upgrade, you develop, you go to the next level in life. Your haters and admirers will also increase, okay? It's just the way it is. But the main thing that you should be focusing on is to not allow the energy of the hate get to you, or plant doubt in you, or shake your foundation. And to focus on the admirers and to focus on the positivity rather than the negative. Because whatever you focus on, you manifest. And so these haters are, yeah, they're there. But do not worry too much about those. Just be prepared to see people in their true colors. And that's okay. You shouldn't be surprised at this point, because you have gone through experiences that already showed you that. But maybe some of you could do something with the reminder, could use the reminder. Okay? Yeah, gossip. You know, remember what I said about these people? The group of people watching you is not just admirers, but also haters. Your haters will want to know what you're up to too. It's not just your admirers, your haters too. And they will come into union and have you as the main topic to talk about. Main character energy. At least the main character for these people. So these people have nothing better to talk about than you. I mean, in a way, it's flattering, isn't it? People have nothing better than to talk about you. That's flattering, in my book. I mean, if someone doesn't have anything better to talk about than to talk about someone else, what does that say? They have nothing going on in their life to discuss that they think is more important than the gossip that they involve themselves in. It's just facts. It's natural. For example, if I had like really exciting news, really something going on in my life, I wouldn't go to another person to talk about another person. I would be talking about what's happening in my life, what's exciting, what's, you know, keeping me like all up and happy and excited. I wouldn't waste my time talking about someone else that I hate. You know what I mean? So when these people have hate towards you, it's actually admiration. But because they feel threatened by your presence or by your energy, they translate it to hate. And so they find themselves talking about you in a negative way. In order, or because I should say, They have nothing better going on in their life. Yeah, and that is the truth. Oh man. You know what's funny, Sagittarius? While these people talk shit, you are just focusing on you. You might be listening to this reading and you're like, I know they exist, I know they're there. I'm good. Let them talk. I'm good. I'm hearing someone say, my reputation precedes me. This could be one of you. My reputation precedes me, and it's almost like in a cocky kind of manner. Well, my reputation precedes me. But let's get be real. Okay, so let's get a bit like deep and personal, Sagittarius. Okay, you do have those moments where you doubt yourself. You can't hide from me. You have those moments where you're like, but are they right? Should I? Am I? And that is on the negative spectrum. So generally you are very positive, very strong, but you have those moments of kind of like being pulled back. And you actually pull yourself out of that negative moment quite quickly. But I want you to put some emphasis and focus on these moments. Why are they coming up? What is it that perhaps people say or you say to yourself that is creating this doubt energy? Because I see that you could have moments where you go back, almost like believing what people say or believing the negative self-talk that you might have. Because it's actually very normal to have negative self-talk from time to time. But it's important to know why and when and how. Because it's almost like a trigger. You have to know where that trigger is coming from so that you can heal that part of you that is the trigger signal. So when you are self-aware and you get triggered by something, you're like, oh, interesting. I got triggered in that moment because of this, when I did this, when I said that. And that brings awareness. It almost like initiates healing to those parts that you thought are healed, recovered, whatever, but haven't. Because healing sometimes could be deceiving, meaning a lot of people think they have healed an experience from the past until they experience something else in their present moment or their future, and they're like triggered. And that's okay. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect, but when you see yourself in those situations where you're like, ooh, that kind of felt personal, just try to kind of see where it comes from, so that you give it more love, give it more healing, give it place, so that it evaporates. Is that the word? Evaporates? So it disappears. Because we all know when there are things in the back burner that come up from time to time and we forget about them, and then something happens in our present moment and then they get resurfaced. When that happens, it's okay. Don't freak out. Don't blame yourself for not actually healing completely, because that is a myth. There is no one on earth that is completely healed. Guess what? Because when you have no lessons to learn in life, you are done. When you have no room for growth, you are done. When I say done, I mean you pass on. You move on. You leave Earth. When you are done being and learning and growing and fulfilling everything, you're done. There's no reason to stay on Earth. The whole point of Earth is to learn, to grow, to fulfill. So, when you find yourself in moments of doubt, or in moments of being triggered, or you have those moments where you negatively self-talk, or even perhaps part of you believes what people say about you, then there is your mission. There is your healing. It's almost like a subconscious way of telling you, ooh, you've got some work to do there. You've got homework. Okay? You've got homework. And remember, no matter how advanced you are, how healed you are, how spiritual you are still human. Unless you are an alien, then, you know, this reading is not for you. But if you are a human, you are expected to be a human. The good and the bad and the mistakes and all. But you have the responsibility to change that as well. Okay? Right. Let me see if there's anything else. I will extend this reading after, if there's something else, or after this last message. Okay. I don't know why, but some of you could be pregnant. I don't know why I got that. Some of you could have like actual life in your belly, or you have hormone imbalance, which is weird. I never give health or life or death messages, but sometimes it comes up. Okay, but what I'm getting here, some of you could be pregnant, or you have hormone imbalance. So I would suggest you go and see your doctor, or either check if you're pregnant or check your hormones. Okay, because there could be a hormone imbalance. For some reason, I'm getting that, which could explain the mood swings, the nausea, the moods, because it feels as if like someone is not feeling themselves and there is an actual medical or health reason to it. They're not being moody for no reason. They're not being groggy for no reason. There is an actual reason for it. So if this is you, I would suggest you actually go and see your doctor and see where that takes you. Okay? You don't want to do this later on because it can get worse, whatever that means. Meaning, if you are pregnant and you don't know, you could harm your baby by not knowing that you're pregnant. You could be drinking, you could be taking certain medication that could harm the child or cause a disability. So you don't want that. Time is of essence in this message, this last message, okay? Time is of essence. And if this is a hormonal imbalance, you could be doing something that's harming you or causing that imbalance, and you need to stop it. So you need to go get checked as soon as possible, as soon as you can, because the longer you stay ignoring the symptoms, the worse the outcome. Okay? I will extend this reading on my website. The link will be in the description box. Before I go, I do want to pull one of these oracle cards for you. I don't know what they're actually called, but they have like spiritual messages on the card. So I want to see. The card says Masters of Mediumship. I have not read these cards, so let's find out. Many scholars and tutors in the field of mediumship and psychic sciences have paved the way for aspiring mediums. Much can be learned from mediums from bygone years to assist you with the unfoldment of your spiritual abilities and develop them safely and wisely. You can gain many insights from the invaluable wisdom and knowledge of those mediums that have different styles and facets of mediumship. But more importantly, you can understand how they lived and handled their everyday physical lives while using their gifts, talents, and abilities to help others. And there are a bunch of names. Researching, okay, so there are names here. I'm gonna say them just for the sake of it. Emma Britton, Arthur Findlay, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I don't know these names, so use your discretion when you look at them, because I have not researched them to say that they are good to go. So be responsible for what you feed yourself, okay? Albert Best, Arthur Ford are just some of the great mediums who have dedicated their lives to spirit. Researching some of these past mediums, as well as studying present-day experienced mediums and teachers, will help you gain inspiration and guidance. Be discerning and choose those who resonate with you. Exactly what I just said. The ones you consider to be authentic and who treat the work with the highest regard. Don't emulate them, just learn from them. Be yourself and ask Spirit, please help me to work the way you want me to work, and not the way they want to work. By doing so, you're opening yourself to new ways of learning as well as new experiences, and you will become a wiser medium. This could be a specific message for those that are interested in tarot or interested in connecting with spirit, or maybe increasing your intuition. And maybe you are curious about how to connect to your higher self or to a higher dimension or to spirit in general. So if you are that, it's almost like telling you to do your research, take yourself and your abilities seriously, so that you can maybe bring something unique to the world or help yourself, and in that you help others after you help yourself. Because the more you understand yourself, guess what? The more you understand others. The more you help yourself, the more you help others. And maybe sometimes you don't even mean to inspire and help others, but you do, by the way you live life, by the way you lead your life, by the way you speak your words, by the way you think and share. Okay, so this is for the ones that are interested in spirituality in general and connecting to the higher self and higher dimensions.